Hey everyone, Aiden here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the other variation of my Dark Brotherhood Sorc build. This build is very different from the other one. This one is fully focused on spell damage, while the other one was focused on sustain and max magicka. This one is fully focused on spell damage. Now, first I'll show you my stats. 32k magicka, pretty much standard health, standard stamina. Health recovery is low because I'm a vamp. Stamina recovery is about the same. 1280 magic recovery. That is very low, and as a Sorc you don't really have means except if you really need to run Dark Deal on your bar, which you really don't want to do that. So it has really low magic recovery, which kind of stinks. Now it has 2,504 unbuffed spell damage, which is pretty good. 11k spell resist, 9k physical resist. I'm gonna be going over this build very quickly. I'm not going to take too much time on it because I already went over pretty much everything, including skills and stuff like that, in my other build, my other Sorc build, which is actually what I use. But this build, I guess I'll go over it again. Now, with the Monday Stone, I'm running the Atronach, but if you really wanted to focus on burst, you could use the Apprentice, which is spell damage. You would get a shit ton of spell damage. You'd probably get around 2.65 or 2.7k spell damage unbuffed, which is really good. So you would be hitting like an absolute truck. Like buffed up I do 2968, which is plenty well enough. The gear, I'll go over the skills first. It's really standard: Crystal Frags, Crushing Shock, Hardened Ward, Endless Fury, Vicious Curse. I run Soul Assault. You can run Meteor here, it doesn't really matter. Mines, Power Surge, Healing Ward, Streak, Harness Magicka, and Clouding Swarm. Now, if you guys want a really in-depth kind of look at these and a look at my character sheet more and my just everything more, you can just go over to my other build. I explained it way better there, just because this build is just a variation of it. It's not a build I actually run, so I'm not taking as much time. But of course, if you guys have any questions down below, just ask me. Now, time for the gear. I run 5 Julianos, of course, sharpened on my Inferno Destro, 2 Wormcall, and 1 Molakina. This is designed so you just get the most damage pretty much possible, unless you're running Twiceborn or some other sets that could potentially give you, I guess, more like Alchemist or something like that. But the Wormcall, you could get 2 of these. It gives you spell damage. Molakina gives you more spell damage. Then 5 Juliano spell crit, max magic spell crit, and then a ton of spell damage. Willpower gives you max magicka and spell damage. If you guys don't see already the trend here, it's just a spell damage build. It's really nothing else. So that's why I don't really run this, because it's not overall. This used to be what I run until I actually got Seducer, and the sustain on this is quite bad. If you're like 1v1ing someone, it's quite terrible. So unless you're, if you're in a group though, this is plenty good build for damage. You can, I guess for a small group this would probably be the best, because it does a lot of damage but it doesn't have too much sustain. But if you run out of resources, you can count on other people to help, so it works. Trust me, this build works. It's just not well at sustaining, and of course as a Sorc it makes it even worse. So 5 Julianos, 2 Wormcall, 1 Molakina, and then 3 Willpower. Sorry, I went over it really quick in this build. Went over everything really quick, so sorry about that, but I just had explained it in my other build, so I didn't really take the time to do it in this one. So of course, if you guys have any questions or confused about anything, just leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Anyways, this has been your boy Aiden, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.